Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to November 13th Public Works meeting. And the first on the agenda is Mr. Bremer, Highway Superintendent.
Well, got a few things. Like to request approval for the superintendent to attend the New York State County Highway Superintendents Association Winter Conference in January at a cost not to exceed $1,000 out of D5010-540500.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Or is this Albany?
Saratoga Springs.
Oh, nice.
Actually, there's two lines that go with that. The lodging comes out of one and then the tree is one.
We don't have the money. I'm sorry. You got to take your car.
It's okay.
I hear any more discussion. We'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye.
Mendez absent.
Okay, that passed.
Request a motion to renew resolution 369 of 2023 for the hiring of 3 temporary HMEO1 positions through 2026. Funds are included in the 26 budget.
So moved. Second.
Second.
You do the so moved, I'll do the second.
All right, you got people that want to come?
We got one. He's here now. This is the funded. This runs out at the end of the year. So this was 26. We had another guy, but he's staying home on unemployment. He's making almost as much.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
They just gave him a raise,
Yeah.
$800 and some dollar.
And he was good. He worked for Suit Coat in summertime, worked for us in wintertime the last 4 years.
Okay, hearing no more questions, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye.
Mendez absent.
Hearing no no's, that passed.
Request a motion to extend resolution 323 of 2024 through 2026 to increase the amount not to exceed $2 million for the bridge replacement project on County Route 58A. This will be out of our CHIPS funds.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? I read someplace we're doing something to keep that open, aren't we?
Got flagged on that. And, so we're doing some steel repair and some wood blocking repair just to keep it open. They wanted us to close it, but close it as a one-lane road. DOT wouldn't let us go off 88 with any of the traffic. Even the fire department, they won't let them go off 88. So contractors down there now working on it. We got it back up to, I think it's at 7 tons right now.
What's that gonna cost us? Just to patch it?
Bridges here with these new buses that we have to have, electric buses, they're like 3 times the weight of the regular. What do you know about that?
Normal bridges are good. It's when you get these
little ones,
flags.
that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Can't give the land to the landowner?
We tried to buy the land,
Yeah, but can they, maybe they wanna buy the road?
buy the bridge,
We'll give them the road,
every bridge.
private road. Like doing that. Okay, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye.
Mendez absent.
Okay, that passed.
Next one is the standby generator electric. So we got quotes back from the contractor who has the contract for electric service. And it's $52,181.54 to hook up the new generator to what we have now. $65,876.54 to replace the old panels that are. It's a mess down there. It's been added onto and cobbed onto, and some of the brick panels are not bad. We do have, since this came out, I did find the rest of the money. So whichever way you decide to go, we do have the money through liquidating some POs to be able to do the full shot or just bug it into what's there. It's a lot of money to spend on the building that we're going to be leaving, but are we going to be leaving anytime soon?
Well, that's what's kind of like
Realistically, I mean, you're going to build a jail first.
Might be 10 years.
It might be 30 years by the time you pay jail off.
At best 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's,
I'm a realist. We're gonna be
But
at
if it burns
20.
down, we get insurance.
hey, what's that one?
I mean, I suppose theoretically, the board could say this is more important than the jail. You know, and move it up. And financially, we may, in the coming years, be able to carry on. I mean, this would, both the jail and this would all be debt funded one way or another. So you could start on this, like the engineering, all that kind of stuff, maybe earlier. And you certainly don't have to pay off the jail before this. Or the fire training thing, which is the first in the queue, as I understand it, so.
So as far as engineering that building, can we use the design that we had from BOCES?
Some of it, you know, like obviously the ground stuff. But the plan and. Sure.
Well, the other thing is, during the winter, we gotta have something down there.
Gotta be able to fix stuff, mechanics garage. And fuel, and not just fuel for us. Fire department gets fuel there, all the other departments here get fuel here. You know, I think sheriff and the ambulances, they have ways to get fuel elsewhere, but the village of Cooperstown gets their fuel from us. I mean, there's,
So down the road, the generator could be
the
moved.
generator can be, yes, you take the generator, but.
What's your wishes, people? You need a motion
I'm motion.
to do the complete thing for 65,000.
65, yeah, might as well, like, then the panels are.
Not good, right?
Gotta have what you gotta have.
Yeah,
Gotta have it. Gotta be able to still function.
right, so we might as well spend them.
John said that they spend 65,000. All right, we have a motion to
What makes sense?
hook up the standby electric hook generator and to transfer switches over to our existing service to replace the old panels. $65,876.54. Do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye,
Mendez absent.
And you do have that money that fast, right?
Yep, we got some POs that we can liquidate and we'll get it. Yep. Awesome. Next one, would like to request a motion to amend resolution 313 of this year to add the purchase of the sod loader at a cost not to exceed 380,000 out of our chips.
you're gonna do that?
Oh,
I sent that yesterday.
Oh, I
Sorry,
did.
this wasn't,
Okay,
I don't know why we didn't do that. This was when we were in the budget early on and I was thinking that we might change this out, but we gotta have one.
it's
So-
in the add-on packet.
oh, it's this packet. Okay,
Are these readily available?
Depends. There's two brands that we're going between, and the only reason I'm doing this now is one of them will lock a price in and not give a yearly increase before the end of the year. The other one, it doesn't matter. If it's not a unit that is on a lot, you're gonna pay an increase, like 3% increase, 3.5%, they told me. So, but if we go with the one, then we might not have an increase by doing the letter of intent, like. Otherwise, they were 6 months at most.
Okay, do we have a motion to add a side loader for $380,000 to
So
the
moved.
equipment list purchase?
no, second, dude. He said, yeah, we have the money to chip funds.
Yeah.
Okay. A motion and a second, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye,
Mendez absent.
Okay, that passed.
So our credit card purchases for last month was NYSEG, $779.09, $136.10, $126.75, $146.85, $98.95. Otsego Electric for $127.16. And New York State inspection was $100. That's for online. You got to do everything through them. Get the stickers. That's all I got. Other than we're really short staffed.
You know, I can use small trucks. So,
There you go. And you can use it.
Can't get a hold of you, don't have a cell phone.
maybe some of them. You got hold of me. You
Uh,
know, I had a nice drive. Call, didn't get him. And we come back and there's this.
You said that 3 times, that's okay. I have a question. We're talking about roads now.
Yeah.
County Route 54,
Yes.
up on, when you turn off of 20 on the,
East or by the TP or?
no, the other end.
Okay.
Regular.
Yep.
There's got a new sign up 108. But they're bulldozing in there underneath the power line. You gotta put a culvert in there for 'em?
Think we got a highway. Don't. It's really out.
I know, but my concern is the driveway that close to that intersection coming around.
Is it right? Is it in the guide rail?
No, it's just above that.
Just past the guide rail. On the right side as you're headed towards Sheridan?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're up that way sometimes.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll check it out before we.
I don't know what they think they're gonna do, but hope they're not gonna build a house underneath that power line.
I don't remember. Jimmy handles the initial part of that. And
Okay. Just
he measured up all the site distance. Yeah, we've had water issues across.
But they come flying off of Route 20 and around that corner. Bingo.
You know, it's a sure.
Especially with a order buggy. That's all I have. Anybody have anything else? Winter's over, so I'm ready to go.
Boy, if winter stays like that, it was a couple of days, boy, it's gonna be a long one.
Okay, thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
All right, yeah.
Anything you need, huh? Hi there, Tim.
Oh.
Just gonna make a call. I haven't made a call yet.
Ready whenever you are.
Away.
Okay, item, seeking approval for the municipal solid waste bid reference OT gov dash 021-25 to provide solid waste recycling remove the following Otsego County locations. The Oneida Satellite Office Building at 42, Otsego County Office Building, Central Kitchen, Meadows Office Complex, and County Highway Department, Linden Avenue. Funding from various contract budget lines for various buildings. Bid was open yesterday. 2 o'clock. We had one bidder, Casellas,
Really, only one.
only one. We put Russ Smith and Hometown, they're pretty sizable, a hauler and a booster. You know, for preferred. For the vendor list and only one, but the good news is
Going down.
yeah. So was really sharpened their pencils. So last year we were paying $13,814 for this service. The bid is $7,900. Saving $5,894.
Yeah, don't, right.
Well, this is the first time we put this up in bid. This is for a 3-year contract, and this is a yearly price there.
It's the same rate straight through? In 3
Yeah.
years?
So normally, they Yeah, they raised it 3%. On a normal raise, and then we've had to gather 2 other quotes. So,
Well, we better may have a bid or a motion to
Some moved. Second.
award it to Sarah.
I'll move them up, one again. So, instead of that.
we'll have to take this to, admin, because the 3-year aggregate, will be 23,760 hours. 3-year term.
Okay, so we need to vote on awarding the contract. Do a roll call vote?
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Marietta absent, Scanlon,
Aye.
Mendez absent.
So I do have a question. Who does these buildings?
That's not.
Oh,
That's not.
was they on it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
highway department just has the one, they bring their garbage from the satellite. Satellite buildings to Linden Inn.
I don't know what kind.
And from kitchen,
County.
Meadows,
Okay.
we take the jail garbage, and distribute it from central kitchen, Meadows. Jail doesn't have it, so.
Okey-dokey, it passed. Good job.
Yeah, it was Michelle's idea. We'll get sick of gathering prices every year. Sharpening pencils. Anyway, credit card usage. One, purchase, $170 from British Water Works. The pipe repair. Next item, feel. I had a phone conference with Monica and T-Mobile last Friday.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday.
And they provided a radio frequency and electronic compliance report, safety site plan. Emergency shutdown plan was discussed, and T-Mobile will provide a documentation why they researched why they wanted this site. I remember that was the question committee asked last time. Why here? They're going to provide that documentation. And their plan, it would mention if we called, it would be shut down in up to 7 days. I said, no, it's gonna be 2 hours. And Monica mentioned what first responders have to get on a roof at a moment's
Yeah.
notice.
And I thought they said that they would provide an emergency shut off for you. But with your understanding, we're not gonna use it unless it's really an emergency.
That would
because that would disrupt.
yeah. So,
Yeah, that would disrupt.
air handler goes down.
Yeah, if there's a fire up there, we'd like to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be. Okay, we have.
Look, you don't have to give them some, they don't give them.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And I think they did say that we would be able to, that Tim would be able to shut it off immediately if needed. But they also asked us not to do that for routine things.
So I mean, we could put language in there, things that might be included in the emergency.
Exactly, exactly. They seem very open to it. And the radio emissions report showed that most of the rooftop was actually going to be green because based on their own design, they were lifting it higher. So, it was odd. It was almost like the edges were more dangerous than right by the
Yeah,
elevator.
It was all dangerous, so there's different levels.
Well, they said green. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what effect these things have on humans. And that was one thing that I didn't think they answered very well.
I think it's excessive.
What does it mean?
So, yeah, I'm gonna require an indicator light up there. The penthouse, so if anyone goes out that door, it'll be red or green. So their negotiations are gonna be ongoing with. But
I'll go somewhere else.
county attorneys.
That don't go somewhere. That's me.
Yeah.
It's worth the headache. Yeah, it isn't worth the headache, so. They come up with contracts, see what they come up with. There's too many ifs here.
Yeah, they were only gonna pay 2,000 a month. I mentioned, well, it's like a special spot.
So how much are they gonna pay?
That's,
That is open,
that's open.
and maybe that should be discussed in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
executive session.
Yeah.
The original amount had been negotiated by our first county administrator way back when. And I think markets have changed. So I would not.
Well, not only that,
Yeah, well.
it's not just the market, it's. We need considerable inconvenience to us as well.
Exactly. So I think they were gonna take most of the things off the roof itself, right? Because we have talked about the need to replace the roof and they indicated that wouldn't. Be a huge, there was nothing that they would not
Yeah.
accommodate.
Yeah, they said when the roof replaced, it'll be shut down for several weeks.
Do they know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think their position was as long as they had a little time to plan and make temporary arrangements,
Yeah.
they were okay. They seemed very accommodating.
I mean, they might be able to put in the temporary, one of those trailer towers or whatever.
And proposed equipment in the little alcove outside of the windows of my office and that room the public defenders using, right? That treasure. It's actually a flat roof to the basement. They indicate, though, that equipment doesn't emit anything. Yeah. Yeah, they requested nothing in front of the windows.
So IT is keeping in the loop on this thing, far as interfering with any computer stuff? Or don't you need to do that? I have no idea, I'm not a. What do you?
We had-
That's nothing
yeah.
we discussed, but it's certainly something we shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't,
I think that was a question they had about the grounding. Independent grounding. Not gonna be grounded with ours.
nice to have something, if they do something, if something happens that they're gonna pay the bill to fix everything.
So that's in there.
Well,
You know, it's-
Saved us with AT&T and the, or Verizon and the.
How does this compare to our other? Bell tower.
We will make it very similar, but add some more protections.
Okay.
I went to a training that had some clauses that they thought were important, so I'm modifying the, you know,
off the top of my head, like, you know, get 28,000 a year for that. Started in 08. So, percentage. That's not a lot of revenue.
so they spent a lot of money to get that put in there and the building and all that stuff, you know, so. Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't have nothing.
So I'm assuming we supply the electric.
They asked that and they weren't. If they can tie in, they'll have their own meter. If not, then there would be language that they would pay us that.
Okay.
you know,
The best thing.
Well, I don't
is
like
their
to
own
pay us
meter.
that part because how do we bill them for working on it? So I think
the sub-meter probably.
the specific amount a month.
Without. That wasn't determined yet.
No.
They were gonna have their own.
I think they talked about wanting to do their own meter would be ideal for them. And I think for us too, I mean.
Oh, absolutely.
Electrical prices have been so volatile.
Absolutely.
Um,
I have no idea how much that draws.
And they were okay with not having a generator. They explained our generator is too small to tie into. That-
So that's an interesting
Because they
point
were gonna have-
because we contemplated looking into the possibility, and I think I've discussed this with Monica before, about a local law that requires cell tower operators to have a backup generator on it. Because in today's world, electric goes down, you lose all communications because nobody has landlines anymore.
there was actually a bill pending in New York State, this year, to address requiring backup generators for, private cell towers.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would hope we also support that.
Yeah, no, if I could. I talked to
Yeah.
Overlocker and 18 of both, and they said that they're trying to get it done at the state level. It isn't just Otsego County. They have other places, you know, so. Even private ones in Otsego County, other counties, users in other counties draw off those cell towers. So it should be a statewide
It
issue.
should be, correct.
So-
But we're too worried about requiring people to have electric heat instead of fossil fuel.
That got paused.
I've
That got
heard,
paused last night.
I've heard that.
So,
So I think this bill is come up maybe
Oh, we got
twice.
the requirement to, as of, I need to see that part because that affects me. The requirement as of, actually December 31st, any new buildings being built have to have, electric heat and no fossil fuel.
Oh.
this is from Angelino last night. The All Electric Building Act has been paused. It was supposed to take effect on January 1st, but because of lawsuits, it is on hold. The announcement that implementation of the All Electric Building Act scheduled to go into effect January 1 is being delayed is tremendous news for every New York resident rightly concerned about the affordability and reliability of energy in our state. So, but that was last night.
Oh, so that must mean the administration did it, not the
I
legislature.
heard the governor, I was under the direction of the governor, so.
She's the only one who has power to do that.
Right.
They gotta pause the school bus, electric school bus thing too?
Anybody can get off track, but yeah, so that's a good thing if we get that at the state level.
So this is gonna be an ongoing drama for a while, I guess, but it's,
Sounds like it.
But we're in the driver's seat, I think, as far
Yeah.
as.
Yeah.
What we want.
well, I hate to bring them along and then also at the end say, no, we're not gonna do it. But that doesn't look very good, that's it. But we do have to have more information.
Protection of our people is priority one.
Do you think they understand that it's kind of iffy at this point with the board going forward?
I think so. I mean, we keep raising concerns,
Issue.
but I will say that they keep addressing
They keep
them
addressing it. one
and
after
saying, we can work with that, we can work with that, we can work with that, so.
Just so long as they understand, even after all of that, it may ultimately be a no.
I think, Tim, I think you've been pretty clear that the board has some concerns, and this is not a done deal.
another. Right. Access. You know,
Yeah, I mean, this building wasn't put here for them to put the tower in.
Well, they probably think, you know, the other one up in the courthouse, maybe that happened easier at the time, 2008. They just kind of think it's gonna be the same thing. I'm saying.
Well, I think it's
More
apples,
knowledge.
it's apples and oranges.
It wasn't easier, it's just that big thing we had out in the parking lot was a lightning rod, you know, and that's why I went inside and You know, and they were gonna make sure everything was enclosed, they built the building and all that.
Wow. They do.
I think that smoke tower at Bassett Hospital would be a perfect place for it.
Right.
You know, it sticks up there nice and high.
Actually, what? That I.
Maybe it's just gonna be too high. Probably, I don't know. Is that just gonna service like the village area? How far does that reach out?
I did not ask
No, no.
what the capacity was. But hopefully,
But they were gonna provide documentation why they think this
Yes.
is the best spot.
we asked them for justification as to why this site.
Did you
When
ask
they
that?
That'd be interesting to see that, yeah.
Hopefully that would include your coverage map. You know,
Okay,
My view was we had to tie it to public safety somehow to justify doing it, like how does it enhance public safety?
I mean, Public Works ought to hand this over to public safety.
Why would we have? I mean, we'll handle it, don't worry.
No. All right.
all right, I have one other thing that,
Oh,
yeah.
well, here we go.
Yeah.
Say that's the last.
No, there's always one other thing. The elevator at the 242 shut down. Yeah, we've been mitigating it. It's had this ongoing issue. It would just go off and then we could reset it. Be like 6 to 8 weeks. Now it's not coming back out. And so we thought we were gonna get to next year. I put this in the budget for next year, the replacement of the tank. They call it the tank unit on the elevator for 26,000. It's the motor, the hydraulic
So you have
tank.
to put that out for bid, or do we have a contract for that?
We have a elevator is contracted for maintenance, but they're not contracted for this
So you're gonna
repair.
have to put this out, well, it's an emergency, I suppose.
Well, no, it's under 35,000, so you need to get two other prices.
So by the time you do that, you're gonna be in December.
So,
So by the time they bill you, it's gonna be January.
no, we can do a PO. It
so
would just be an unliquidated obligation.
we do have funds and, we have enough funds in the old jail. Couple projects we didn't get to, and the roof was less than we thought it was gonna be, so we've got 33. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We should transfer it.
Okay.
So I want
But I mean,
Maybe
that's
we
an
can vote on
accessibility
that
issue for that
transfer.
building, so.
And they already, Jeanette at HFC already raised it with that committee. Complains about it.
Okay.
and she's been updating this.
Yeah, it's an accessibility issue.
Yeah, it is.
So how long does it take you to get the other two quotes? Or you don't?
I got another company coming today.
Oh, okay, good.
McGee, they're the ones who did the replace the ropes here at the
So do we have to, when you get the quotes, do we have to approve them or can you go ahead?
well, that's why I'm bringing it up now.
Well, first thing I would do is talk to the county attorney about having, and Dan Hammer about having it declared an emergency. Because that gives you a lot of flexibility. And it is, I mean, we're not exaggerating. I mean,
It's been an ongoing issue, but now that it's compressed all of a sudden.
if it's not working, it's not working, so that you can't get to the third floor if you're handicapped.
Yeah.
Well, there's the word, ongoing issue. Remember the last time we tried to get an emergency, it was an ongoing issue and we couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Well,
But now
Well,
it's stopped.
it's,
now it's stopped.
it's different, right? It's different now. You're right, there was a problem with the unit, but it was repairable in a routine way. Okay, it's fine. That's appears to no longer be the case.
And we
Then we
thought,
had a plan to fix it, and it
Right,
backed out before we
we
got
thought there
there.
was an outside power issue with ISAC. We had an monitoring meter put on for ISAC put on, but that proved nothing. So
The bigger problem is it significantly shuts down almost a significant part of the mental health operations. And that, of course, becomes a revenue issue. But more importantly, all those people.
In reality, it does affect almost the entire building because if
Right.
the way parking is on Main Street, you have somebody that has to park in the back. They come in the back, now they don't have an elevator to get to the first.
So if you declare an emergency, you don't have to get 3 quotes?
That's my belief. So that's what I'm saying. If we can be working it simultaneous.
That's
Right?
what I was gonna say, what can't you be doing?
I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying have a plan A and a plan B, right?
Yeah, you've gotta,
Yeah, it's okay if we get another quote. Hey, they're
Right.
less.
I mean, we're doing our due diligence and we're doing our best to do what we have to do. But if something fails, we're not stuck.
I have a conversation actually with Denise first.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna make the effort to get the quotes. But if something goes south and we can't get those quotes, we're not stuck.
Well, if we can't get the quotes, like if no, is there another firm? Can you get 3 firms to bid on this or 2 others?
I got one other coming today. Look at it.
And you think there's another one?
I'd have to get a call like Otis or someone.
Okay.
That'd probably take.
That's what I'm getting at, right there.
But are they gonna have the
Once you
parts
get
to
a
do this?
national-
I mean, we'll make an effort to do it. As, good faith. But we're also in a situation where we're denying access to the public to services.
They have parts, that's an whole, they have parts for that?
Well, this quote is changing the whole unit.
Yeah, they're gonna replace it.
They call it the tank unit because it's a hydraulic.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they have those parts. I mean, how long is it gonna
Well,
take to get it fixed? I mean, it's something they could get at next week or this week or.
I don't know.
Well, I think we have a good understanding. If we can proceed with an emergency thing and we get the approval from Dan and Denise. Then what I'm hearing is you guys want us to do that.
Yeah.
At the same time, we ought to proceed getting 2 other quotes in
Exactly.
as timely a way as possible
Exactly. You have a plan A and a plan B.
with the goal of awarding whatever we need this year, using this year's funds, even if the work itself has to happen in January or something like that.
Right.
Just hate to see
Right.
that.
Is that about right?
Month and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to get working on ASAP.
Well, yeah, we would want to do it this year, but we're okay if it crosses fiscal years.
Okay, we're gonna do,
Just do our due diligence and good faith effort to get it
Mhm.
up and running as quickly as possible,
Declaring an emergency.
if necessary.
you need a committee of vote to declare an emergency or not?
No. Hannah and Denise can
Him or no?
sign on to them.
Right, we would come back to you, even if we have that, we would come back to you and get not postmortem. Couldn't possibly, depending on how hard it is. Postmortem authorization.
Well, why can't we approve up to a certain amount now?
What would that amount be?
You have a bid for 26,000?
Is that $0.6,092? That was in
Couple, 3 months ago, wasn't
a few months
Well,
ago.
I'll make a motion and approve up to 35,000.
it? I don't think that's a good idea, because as soon as that's out there, and if you have to go to bed, they're gonna know what you're gonna.
That's true.
Well, it won't be bid. It's under 35.
Yeah, but it's gonna be out there, what the,
Yeah, right, yeah.
so, do you agree?
I do.
Yeah, he's right.
Whatever it is, we,
If we have to have a special meeting, we have a special meeting.
Yeah, you
we can do, some of us could email that approval for that, right?
No? Okay. Not an email.
We just have to circle
If it
back.
becomes an emergency.
If it becomes an emergency, have to do is inform you and approve it at a regular meeting in December,
There you go.
right? If it's an emergency. If it's not an emergency, you still would have to approve it in December.
Right.
So either way, I don't think we're gonna have any action. If we can move it up fast, we could have a special meeting on December 3rd, but you'd also have to have a special admin meeting too. Which is just stay
Yeah, let's go.
loose about that being
Let's
a
go there.
possibility, but
Let's go there.
And it could be the lowest and best price, right? We're always looking for the lowest price, but the
Yes.
lowest might not be the best, because they might
All right,
be able
so
to do it quicker
You want me to
than
amend my
the
motion
higher
to
one.
lowest and best price?
No, because we're not gonna vote on your motion anyway.
yeah,
We just
Yeah.
gonna leave it and see what it comes.
you can knock it out.
I'll talk to the.
Yeah.
Came on, put your one on it. Yeah.
Well, you can approve up to that much anyway without us, right?
I can, depending on the lines, I can approve transfer. That they'll need, I think. We'll have to look at that, depending on where you move the money from or to.
Okay.
We found it over there.
All right,
It's the dollar.
Well, we don't know yet. 0.6.
Well,
Right.
No.
Transfer. Yeah, so if it's over 20.
Okay.
But again, if it's an emergency.
You don't have to transfer, you don't have to work.
If it's an emergency, it would be.
You're not gonna pay it till it's done.
that's right.
We could do that in regular order too.
There's no issue there.
Yeah.
Most companies have a 30-day.
All right.
Okay.
all right, thanks.
There you go.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
That's your pleasure.
Anything else?
Nothing for me.
You-
Off the work. I have a motion for adjournment.
Second.
No favor?
Aye.
Aye. Guess we're adjourned, Jason.
Recording stopped.